No! I'm back on Taris! Something's wrong! The temple! Mandalorians and Sith! No, it's... Masters, please, forgive me. You're late, young one. This is the temple on Taris. We abandoned it. We never left it. And now you're back with us, Master Rana Tay. The suits! Those are yours! You're the dark ones from my vision! Oh, this isn't your vision, Rana. This is mine. Remember my vision? The one who confesses lives. You see, you can remember your teachings. Like counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on down and have a look. I don't want to! Of course you do. You're dying to. Who knows? You might see someone you know. You're the one who thinks you're such a great seer, so prove it. Open your eyes. No! Open your eyes, Master Tay. We should call the ship's doctor, Master Rana. Perhaps she can increase the dosage. Not without killing me. I already know that. The night visions started when I was a child. I would have died if Master Krinda hadn't taught me how to cope with them. But they have gotten so bad lately. You haven't slept for more than an hour in a month. Perhaps you can return to her for more help. It's too late for that. Besides, the Chancellor needs me elsewhere. No, there's only one way to end the nightmares. Kill Zayne Carrick. And that white-haired witch who saved him from me. Welcome to Arcania, passengers. Please step to the right and find local transportation. I'm Lord Adaska. Welcome to my world. On behalf of all our corporate citizens, welcome to Adascopolis. Coruscant may be the heart of the Republic, but the mind that dreams is right here on Arcania. While you're here, be sure to visit our bioengineering facilities, the most advanced in the galaxy, and our materials processing labs are at the forefront of the Republic's drive for victory against the Mandalorian invaders. And our newly constructed financial exchange is... Excuse me, I was watching. You act like you haven't been in a city before. Not on this planet. Is it always so cold here? Ask a droid space mapper. My shuttle bus is leaving. Hey, you sure this is where you're supposed to be? Isn't this the shuttle to the medical center? Yeah, but are you sure this is where you're supposed to be? How else am I supposed to get to... Hey! An offshoot. You called it. Doesn't matter how they dress. You can see that skin from orbit. Get to the other shuttle, now! Welcome to Arcania. Bet you wish you'd stayed wherever it is you were. Earlier, aboard the Last Resort. He is taking the nutrient paste, and the oxygen has helped greatly. But his delirium continues, and I am not happy with his pulse. You know your way around. You got all this from watching medics. There are two kinds of Mandalorian warriors, Jarael. The ones who figure out how to use their medkits, and the ones we bury. Before I joined the movement, I was studying to be a doctor on my home world. It has been a long time, but I suppose one never forgets. Your friend needs someone who knows about Arcanian gerontology, though. I have never met an Arcanian. Before you, of course. I'm not typical. He should sleep now. Where did you say we were again? Near the Parave system. That's where Arcania is, matter of fact. You must know your way around, then. Nope, never been there. I was born... well, it wasn't there anyway. This might help. Your database says there's a medical conglomerate there. Something called Adascorp. And absolutely not! There who Camp has been hiding from for half his life. Why, I don't know, but I'd sooner shoot him than deliver him into their hands. A shame. And a shame your young Jedi friend, the trickster, left you. Yeah, I wonder what Zayne would do. Better, what would Griff do? There's a lot of shipping going in and out. Let's see if we can hail one of the space liners to pick me up. Where are you going? Home. For the first time. Arcania, the present. I don't know where you are going, Jarael, but this is where you are. What is this place? It looks like a mining camp. Yeah, with no mine. The purebloods bred the offshoots to be better miners, but once the gems ran out, there wasn't much else for us to do. Now this is one of the places where offshoots are allowed to live. Allowed? What does that mean? And why wouldn't they let me go to the med center in Atascopolis? Wow, you really did grow up off-world, didn't you? Follow me. It's time you learned something about your people. You are quite welcome here, Jarael. Any friend of Zadawi's is welcome at this table. And I must say, you're much nicer than the rabble-rousing friends my granddaughter normally brings around. Oh, Pereira, give it a rest for just one night, please. Jarael is a beautiful name. Such an unusual sound. I took it later. My parents used to call me Edessa, but I don't know what it means. I didn't live with them very long. Ah, it's of the old tongue. Triumph, it means. I'm not surprised that one died out. The offshoots haven't had much to feel triumphant about in a long time. Here she goes. Eat your soup, girl. It will drown out the noise. I'm sorry, Pereira, but I think she should know what life is like here. In your time, an offshoot could at least attend university. In mine, I can't even get a job in the same city as the purebloods. It's for our own good. Offshoots were not as hardy as true Arcadians. Even minor pureblood illnesses ravage our people. What we gained in better hands and eyes, we lost in resistance. A bargain cannot have one side. And yet, strangely, this bargain does. If the pureblood moneymen would market the medicines we need out here, we wouldn't have anything to worry about. Atascorp would rather cure complete strangers halfway across the galaxy for money than help people in its own backyard. Stop with that. The Adaskulls have been very good to the offshoots. It's the people who work for them. They're the ones who can't be counted on. Young Lord Adaska, he's the very image of his great-grandfather. He'll put an end to our bad times. Give him time. I know he will. Mother, relax. You'll take ill again. Do you see what you started? Later. I just don't know, Jarael. It's like we've been put down so long that now we're a party to our own degradation. I just want to run away sometimes. Today I was up at the spaceport, looking for a freighter that needed a hand. Anything. But that wouldn't help people like my grandmother. I'd rather solve the problem here. And with what just happened on Sirocco, it's all going to get worse. It's just made everyone angry at the people they already disliked. Yeah, I sensed a certain breakdown in civility back in the city. I don't know how I'm going to get back there to get what I need. I've got my friend's blood sample and bio readings with me, but if they won't help offshoots, well, they will and they won't. There are ways around that, and I'm always up for putting one over on the purebloods. My friends and I have been sneaking into Atascopolis for years. You just need the right look. Claw-fingered gloves, blunk-eyed lenses, blusher for the skin, and those tattoos. And a dye job wouldn't hurt. I'm not sure I can do anything for those ears, though. What's the deal with them? The deal is I wear my hair over them. I don't think I can explain them to the Arcanians any more than I can explain them to you. The next day. This would be easier if you brought the patient along. The patient can't come here. I just need the diagnosis. I'll pick up a medical droid later and give it the treatment program. Of course. Atascorp has a new model out that, wait. These readings, they're for an offshoot. Well, now you understand. I can't very well bring him here, can I? I'd consider this a great favor. You think I can be bribed? I think you can be reasonable, as a man of medicine. Right. I'll be a few minutes. Much later. Madam, I'm sorry for the wait. We've had difficulty logging into the diagnostic database today. Do you have what I want or not? No, but if you'll just wait a little while longer. I think I've waited long enough. Thank you. Madam, no. They told me you weren't to leave. Who? Them. Oh! Ah! Ah! All right, just let me out of here and I'll go. I'm sorry I snuck in to begin with. Stop this now. I know who you are and what you want. Come with me. Oh, never thought breathing would be such work. No, you're the Mandy. What have you done with Jarael this time? Stay calm, old man. She has gone to get help for you. What do you care what happens to me? I never said I did, but I am not leaving until she comes back. That sound. Proximity alarm. Something's come out of hyperspace next to us. Get me into the cockpit. Attention, last resort. Oh no! This is the Arcadian Legacy. Tractor beam activated. Stand by for holographic transmission. No! The company! They found me! Leave me alone! Leave me! Jarael? I am Lord Adaska, and I can save you, Camper, if you'll let me. It'll be all right, Camper. Trust me, he can help. Jarael! You... Whoa... The Arcanian Legacy at a deep space refueling station. Arcanian Legacy Trauma Team, to the receiving room. We have an Arcanian offshoot, viral case class 255. I need a lockdown on quarantine level red. And get everyone off the floor. Lord Adaska's orders. You'll be all right, Camper. I promise. These people will help you. Jarael, the company, Adascorp, why do you... bring me He's going into shock! Madam, we have to take him now! Let go! Stop! He's with me! A Mandalorian with you? He's not a Mandalorian. I mean, he is, but it's all right, Jarael. He won't be harmed if he doesn't harm them. There's a war on, and we need time to get this all sorted out. I'll check on the Mandalorian later, I promise. Wait! Camper! Where did they take Camper? Calm down. They're doing everything. Don't touch me! Adascorp is the company Camper has been running from for half his life. He's never going to forgive me for taking your help. Now where is he? We're moving him to one of our quarantine care centers here on the Legacy. Come this way. We should get a holo feed from there soon. Quarantine? What's wrong with him? He's just been gasping and fainting and... I can explain, if you'll let me. The atrium, please. Yes, Lord Adaska. The man you call a Camper worked for Adascorp years ago, when my grandfather was running it. The firm has come a long way since then. This vessel was my grandfather's great project. My father saw it completed. During the Sith War, the Arcanian Legacy was simply intended to be a means of moving the corporate headquarters from harm's way, but it's become much more. A medical research center, a university, even a domed observatory for concerts under the stars. Everything that is good in Arcanian culture is right here. I don't think Camper found much good in it. He spoke a lot over the years of crimes in the name of Arcanian science. He's not alone. Our greatest hero, Jedi Master Arca Jeth, once said the only thing more dangerous than a foolish Arcanian is a smart one. We celebrate boundless innovation, even where innovation should know some bounds. The offshoot question is one historical result. And while I've made great strides to make Adascorp a morally responsible corporate citizen, I won't deny that in my grandfather's time, In what would have been Camper's time here, there were managers then who were overzealous in their pursuit of certain advances. It's clear he was not treated well by the firm, Jarael. I'm not surprised he left. What was he like then? He was one of the last truly brilliant offshoot students to come out of the Arcanian universities before disease closed off admissions. He was a wonder with things both organic and inorganic. As knowledgeable about biology as he was about technology, we hired him immediately. But in his years of working in the corporate labs, he was exposed to Balankar's virus, a pathogen that seemed harmless at the time. We now know that in offshoots it lies dormant until old age, when it triggers a series of worsening symptoms. Well, you saw the result. That's how we found you, actually. When my staff analyzed his sample, they saw the virus, and recognized his genetic profile from our records. We knew we had to help right away. We owe him, Jarael, financially and morally. We can't make everything right, but we can start by healing him. Here we are. E.G., are you there?
Yes, my lord. The patient is comatose. It's what we thought. We're going to begin running the known treatment regimens for offshoots.
Perello!
These are the best doctors in the galaxy, madam. Your friend is in good hands. We'll communicate again when there's a change, Lord Adaska. E.G. out.
You're very close to him. He rescued me when I was in trouble, years ago. Since then, I've pledged to take care of him. I didn't do so well, I guess. Nonsense. You brought him to the right place. He is lucky to have had such a guardian. I wish the caretakers at my hospitals were so committed. The virus. Am I infected? I shouldn't think so. Balankar's tends only to strike the male, but you should give me a blood sample to be sure. I'll have someone come by later to take it. In the meantime, there's nothing you can do here. There are quarters for you, and food and fresh clothing. I don't want, please. I want you to feel and look like yourself again. From what I'm told, life on the Last Resort must have been very spare. I think you'll find the Arcanian legacy to be a great comfort while you wait. While we all wait. Deep space, with the remains of the Sirocco battle group.
This is Admiral Careth! Courageous is under attack! Non-essentials to the life pods! All remaining hands, stand by to repel boarders! I repeat, the Mandalorians have boarded the ship! All... there goes the comm system! Boarders on 3 decks, Admiral, and we've lost our escort. What do we do? What can we do? We're all alone out here. We've got to scuttle the ship. Scuttle? It's your career or your life, Morvis. Don't take too long deciding. Mandy's, move! Admiral, those are uniforms. I know! Neo-Crusader shock troops! The army will be thrilled to know their intel was actually right! About something! Now move! Ah! Hold them back! Ah! Ah! That's one I owe you, Onassi! The Mandies have the fighter decks, but they've overlooked the cargo bay, and the brig's a dead end. Last stand time, then! We don't have numbers to hold more than one door anyway! You there! Give us a hand! I never thought I'd be locking myself in the brig. That won't hold them long. Is there any place else? Just the prison cells, Admiral. They're all open but one. We let our own people out when the boarding started. Only your special prisoner left. Oh yeah? What's he doing? Meditating, sir. Meditating? Hello. We could use some help, Jedi! Or are you waiting for your Mandy friends out there to spring you? They're not my friends, and I'm meditating. I don't want to move unless you're really ready to go. They've reached the barricade! Blast, we're so close! The cargo bay's just through this bulkhead! Wait a minute! The kid! Did he have a lightsaber? It's with his gear, still on my ship, the dead weight. We could have used it now. Don't you know the process for storing prisoners affects, Lieutenant? I never had a prisoner before, Commander. I don't see how— Wait a minute! Wait a minute! You're just going to sit here?
I don't want to get up unless you're taking me with you. Are you?
I don't know that we're going anywhere, but if you can help, yes, we'll take you with us.
Your word as an admiral?
Yes, if you've got anything, now's the time!
Okay, just let me get up here. I haven't moved for a few days.
The cargo bay!
And my ship! What the— That wall is armor plate! Yes, it is. I've been using the Force to remove the bolts. Got done right before you came in. I've never been much good with precise work, but I had a lot of time on my hands. Yeah, move it, Jedi. And remind me to complain to the contractors, if there's anything left of the ship to repair. Another ship, another brig. Ugh! My guards keep showing up in sickbay, Mandalorian. I followed the trail. They keep trying to take my armor. And this is worth violence. It is worth everything. To a Mandalorian, it is who we are. Well, you needn't hide who you are from me. I have sources throughout the Republic, even within the Jedi Order. You're Roland, the Mandalorian turncoat. You helped capture the scientist Demigol, and you were to return with him to Coruscant. Only you slipped away. Now we know where you went. There are many Mandalorians. What makes you so sure? Your armor matches the description the Jedi gave. They say many Mandalorians are wearing identical armor these days, but not like yours. Have you told the Jedi where I am? I have not, but from what the Republic's listening posts are picking up, you would certainly be of interest to the Mandalorians, too. It seems you've become something of a folk hero for your people, whether you intended that or not. Roland the Questioner, they call you. They think you're dead. Enough about me. Why would you bring this whole ship out for the old man? Mercy is a central mission of Adderscorp. Spare me, and they say you have been spending a lot of time with the girl. You have a company to run. Why bother? A questioner, indeed. Let us say that I require the woman Jarael for a special project. She won't be harmed, but I will need your help for the project to succeed. You are perfect for the job. Your arrival couldn't have come at a better time, in fact. Once a few more pieces are in place, I'll call on you. In the meantime, I should like for you to feel at home. What, while incarcerated? Jailer, give our guest liberty on the foredeck, with escorts, of course. Let him see Jarael, if he wishes. And I'm not sure you'll find it interesting, warrior, but this is the finest biological research vessel in the fleet. Is that so? Yes, I know your kind prefers harming to healing, but you might find something to hold your interest. Or you can stay here, I suppose. Showed away. Later.
Sorry to disturb you, madam.
You're not, E.G. How's Camper?
No change, but it can take days of therapy for a patient with Balancar's virus to revive. You really should rest, you know.
I know. How'd you know I was here?
I see what the ship sees.
You're a Doros, right? I haven't seen anyone else on board who isn't an Arcanian.
Oh no, there wouldn't be here. A mix of species can be a liability on a vessel where so many pathogens are studied. A single race cuts down on potential accidents. Like what happened with your friend. Arcanians are immune to Balancars, but offshoots aren't. Years ago, we didn't know that. As for me, Lord Adaska's aide needs access to all his data, and it was felt that a Duros would take better to the cybernetic implants. I'm very proud and fortunate to have been selected for the job.
Well, I'm sure you earned the role. I see how he relies on you.
Thank you, madam. It isn't often people express interest in what I do. But no, I was merely one of his off-world factory workers. I don't really know how I was chosen. Although, as a child, Lord Adaska did have a droid named E.G. I suppose he just likes the name. Good night, madam. Are you satisfied, offshoot? You can see she is unharmed.
That's not enough! You gotta let her go!
You should be thankful to us, old man. We've cured you.
Huh! What was all that junk about Balankar's virus? That's garbage and you know it!
Yes, your ailments have been quite a bit more mundane. Your ship was killing you.
The last resort? What are you talking about?
Your ship sat in that awful pit on Taris, was it? For years without moving. Who knows what was growing in the vents? Whatever it was, it didn't like you. As soon as you left the planet and actually started using the circulation system, you became more and more ill. You were going into shock when you came aboard. Once we identified the allergen, it was an easy matter to wipe you clean.
Blast! Never thought of that.
Yes, well, your company file said you did tend to overlook small details, like finishing the jobs you start. But that's about to change.
Fine. You got me. Why are you keeping her here?
For the same reason we cured you, offshoot. We need you both. We need you to finish the project you were working on before you ran away. And we need her to make sure that you do. Do you take my meaning?
I take it. I don't want it, but I take it.
Telerath. Citizens, please evacuate in an orderly fashion. Yeah! Take your money and run! Visitors, please depart. It's lost. It's lost.
Stop. What's going on here?
The courageous is lost.
What?
Oh, Master Lucian Dre, it's you. I am sorry I didn't recognize you from my files, but the courageous is lost, as is the whole battle group. All those ships that left routes here for Sirocco to protect us. All gone. Admiral Karoth is lost. Oh, poor Telerath.
I was supposed to be meeting Kareth here. Is there a place I can make a private transmission?
Of course, sir. You can use the boardroom. The Dre Trust still has a seat on it. But I urge you to flee, Master. With the Mandalorians coming, there may not be much time.
Don't worry. I won't be here long. Thank you. Well, Hazen, Argyle's bankers won't have to worry about competition from Telerath anymore. More of my father's money out the airlock. Hardly. The Dre Trust has been selling off its interest in Telerath since before Sirocco. The Covenant's Economic Studies Circle recommended it. You're using Jedi Seers for investment advice. The Dre Trust is key to the Covenant's efforts, so it's all for the greater good. The Force provides for us so that we may act in its defense. We may not have to act, at least not in Zayne Carrick's case. He was imprisoned aboard the Courageous, I have heard. Now we know what your mother meant last year when she foresaw that this year, the Courageous will fail. But set Zayne Carrick and the Mandalorians aside. Everything has changed. Watch Circle Vodo sent the alarm. An evil is rising. Mindless, faceless, destroying all in its path. You're listening to Circle Vodo now. They couldn't predict rain if their shoes were wet. Well, I can't very well count on your group for warnings. You're all preoccupied with hunting Zayne Carrick. And you yourself said Rana Tay's nightmares had grown so bad as to make her nearly useless. For visions, yes. Operationally. But never mind. What does my mother say about the Circle's vision? The Lady Krinda concurs. She's upstairs now, working with another group of Padawans to find out what more she can. This much we know. This new threat, it doesn't seem to be of Sith force. It's less seductive, more raw and brazen, almost a hunger. If it's not Sith, why should it concern the Covenant? It could be made to serve them. I told you your mother was interested, didn't I? And our seers have picked up some clues that may interest you. A meeting of enemies, a black star, the power in the clutches, no, the claws of a prince with a helical scepter. Claws? A helical? What? Arco Adaska?
You can't be serious. He's just another of that crowd my father ran with. Rich, effete, self-involved. At least your insight led you to the right man, even if you may be completely wrong about him. I've looked into this Adaska, and I am not so sanguine. Our sources there on Telerath say Adascorp had bugged the security network, scanning all the visitors, and then it suddenly stopped. About the time your crew there bungled their surveillance of Carrick's father. And today, my informant with the Jedi Council learned that Adaska's man has been trying to make contact with the revanchist leader. That is suspicious. You're sending someone to investigate. Not just anyone. You are in the neighborhood, and you know him. And with Carrick dead or in a Mandalorian prison, you are very much at your leisure. Discover what this dark power is, and report to me.
The Arcanian Legacy.
Oh, Lord Adaska, how long have you been standing there?
Not long enough. I'm sorry, Jarael. Am I intruding?
No, I just couldn't stay in that waiting room anymore. Every day, E.G. puts Camper on the holo from quarantine, and he looks just the same every time. It might as well be the same image. He never moves. He just...
It's okay. He's been part of your life for so long, hidden away like that. His must have been the only voice you knew.
I could tell he was a lot more once, but he really seemed to accept the life he had. He always adapted, building his own world, first in his ship, then, finally, in his head. He was happy. The only thing he feared at all was you. Your corporation, I mean.
I understand. Paranoia is a side effect of Balancar's virus.
I remember you saying that. It all makes sense now. And you really have been wonderful these last few days. The food, these clothes, and I appreciate you letting Roland move about the ship.
Roland? Your Mandalorian friend. Yes, I need to check in on him later. We were giving him a tour of our medical research facilities.
I saw him over in one of the libraries. He seems glad to have something to do. Actually, maybe I can accomplish something while I'm here. While I was on Arcania, I visited one of the offshoot villages. I can't believe with all this medical knowledge right there, you can't do more for those people.
Yes, we're trying to deal with that. It's a distribution problem, really. One of those sorry things you won't find in our fiscal report. I inherited the firm from my father. He was my camper. And I'm ashamed to say I'm still coming to grips with all aspects of the business. But you're not like any offshoot I've ever seen. Those ears, for one. What were your parents like?
There's a lot about my childhood that doesn't make sense, least of all to me.
Well, maybe we can talk about it more tonight. Over dinner, in the observatory dome. We should reach our destination then, and it will be something to see.
That's right. I was going to ask. We keep making hyperspace jumps. Where are we going?
A business trip. A sales meeting, really. The Arcanian Legacy is a conveyance for me, even as it's a hospital for others. And speaking of, I'll look in with EG's staff to see what more I can learn about Camper. Tonight, then?
All right. Tonight.
EG, did someone take a blood sample from the girl? I'd like to have it fully analyzed.
Excuse me, my lord, but there's something else. Success! The old man remembers everything. We just have to put him in place, and we have what you want.
Finally, after all these years. And I have the so-called camper to thank.
Where's Jarael? You thugs better not have hurt her.
She won't be harmed, so long as you fulfill your contract to this firm. I think people should do what they agree to, don't you? Finish making your contacts, full details this time, and the rendezvous point.
Perhaps one of these invitations would be better if it came from someone other than me, my lord. I think you know the one.
Yes, I've thought of that. but we now have the means, unexpected as they were. I'm heading to the public labs in a minute to arrange it. In the meantime, don't forget about Jarael. I want to know everything there is to know about her.
Certainly. Not wanting to seem importunate, my lord, but, well, forgive me. She doesn't seem your type.
No, she doesn't, does she? But she doesn't seem to be what she is, either. For an offshoot, there's something about her that's so pure-blooded. Find out what you can. Later, elsewhere.
Don't care what you say. His father never would have done something like this. Bringing the offshoot woman here is bad enough, but foisting this on us is over the line.
Perhaps you should tell me where these lines are, Dr. Suprin, so I can make a note of them.
Oh, Lord Ajaska, sorry, we just aren't comfortable with your guest being here in the lab.
Is he causing a disruption?
No, he's just reading. Battlefield medicine, pharmacology, even genetics. He never takes off that armor and he never says anything, except to ask for more tutorial files.
Well, Roland, you've caused quite a stir with my people in your short time here. You seem to have an affinity for medicine. A hobby I like to learn. Unusual, and I should say, very Arcanian of you. Wait outside a moment, would you? I need a word with my guest. I told you there would be a price for my hospitality, Roland. I need you to contact a friend of yours. I have no friends. All right then, it's someone you know, or rather someone who knows you, and would respond to an invitation from you. You'll see who I mean with this. Are you mad? Even if I wanted to, how could I? This would reveal your existence and location to those looking for you. Yes, but it's pivotal to my plan. And I would guarantee you safe conduct off the Arcanian legacy to wherever you want to go, after you've completed your work for me. All right, Roland. What more do you want? The girl, Jarael, she goes with me. I will need her. Why do you want her? Personal interest. I see. And how do you know my interest isn't personal? Jarael is an offshoot, and your name is Adaska. That covers it, right? You're seeming less Mandalorian all the time. Very well then. Yes, my interest is strictly business. But what you ask is quite impossible. As I say, I need her for my plans, and she would never leave without the old man, whom I also need. Not true. You only need what he knows. Jarael came by this morning. You told her the old man had Balancar's virus. There is no such thing. It's a ruse to hide the old man while you use your hold on her to get him to work for you. Or are you going to tell me he is not a former employee? Astonishing. Truly astonishing. Well, perhaps the message I have for you to send will amaze you in turn. Take a look. This is amazing. This was locked in the old man's head. Indeed. You should see what's going on elsewhere on the ship. This level only deals with medical matters. This will provoke a response, don't you think? Definitely. Send it. Send it, and I will give you your freedom. And if the old man proves no longer necessary, yes, I will give you the girl. All right, just show me where to go. Excellent. I'll have E.G. set you up a secure channel. I am impressed. Suprin, teach him whatever he wants to know.
Deep space on the inner rim, with the escapees from the Courageous. That was fancy flying, Onasi! When the Mandis saw us leaving Courageous, you made this massive ugly move like one of your fighters!
Simple cross-training, Admiral Carrick. I try to get flying hours in anything I can.
I've raised Arcania, Admiral. They're very glad to hear from us, asking us to head on in. Well, I guess you missed your date with your master on Telerath, Carrick, but there'll be another chance. Don't you worry.
I won't. I guess my helping you escape doesn't count for anything.
As I recall, you were helping you escape. No, one way or another, you and your master will have a happy Admiral. There's another message coming through. Arcania Command again? I don't know. It's on the Admiralty's highest priority channel, but look!
Attention, ranking officer of Battle Group Sirocco. I am E.G. Vam. I represent Lord Adaska of Arcania, and I have an invitation for you. What I'm about to describe to you now may be your only hope to alter your circumstance, and to win, once and for all, for your republic what now looks so very lost.
Later, aboard the Arcanian Legacy, before one last hyperspace jump. I'll have to raise Madame Darvla's salary. She dresses a fine dinner guest. Very fine. I got to play dress-up a lot growing up. The last resort was parked over the remains of an apparel warehouse, but it was never anything like this. All this here is just for us. For you. You looked like you could use a pleasant evening. Well, the company's pleasant enough. I'm glad you think so. Especially knowing how Camper felt about the company. That was long ago. I'm sure whatever it was wasn't your fault. I hate to disagree with such a lovely guest, but you're wrong. I don't think we can hide from our people's actions, and the Arcanian people have acted without thinking again and again. We have tampered with many species, Jarael, but the worst was when we tampered with ourselves. You and Camper both are artifacts of our self-destruction. You're joking, right? I'm very serious. You know, the offshoots, subspecies engineered for short-term industrial purposes, yet still with us. People talk of the immoral acts Arcanians have wrought in the name of science. I'm not sure how anyone expects to find a moral center in a race that is already corrupted itself. It's not your fault, of course. Nobody blames you. Well, that's good to know. Arcania is in pain, Jarael. The horrible things we've done are just an expression of that. But I think the true Arcanian race can be restored, starting with you. What are you talking about? I have EG running tests on your blood sample. Once we understand your genome, we may be able to see that your children will be true Arcanians. Hey, it's just dinner. You're getting ahead of yourself here. It's a simple procedure. We began offering genetic solutions to Adascope employees 5 years ago, to any with a trace of offshoot blood. Arcanians know their blood is growing weaker, Jarael, and they know it must be prepared for what is to come. What do you mean? Arcania is to become the center of the galaxy. Again, as it should be. It will need all the strength we have. E.g., set dome filter to opaque. Hologram on. Our scientists call them exogorths. They're the last remnant of a species that predates history. An unlikely being if there ever was one. No one knows how or why they evolved. Just that we have found a number of them in the galaxy, going about their business. And their business seems to be eating. They're a floating digestive tract. Minerals, metals, complex elements all go into keeping them alive in the coldness of space. Time has no meaning for such a creature. They range in size from small to quite amazing. It's suspected they might generate their own ecosystems, harboring other hardy life, if you can call such an existence living. You've found them in more than one place. That's the interesting part. We knew they propagated through fission, splitting in two once they reach a certain size, but we never understood what triggered that. or why we found them in such disparate places. We thought for a time that they might have once been plentiful in the galaxy, and the ones we find now are the only ones left. But 30 years ago, an Adascorp scientist took us inside the mind of the Exegorth. Literally. Gorman Vandrick and his team encountered what appeared to be a dormant specimen and made a study of its rudimentary brain. He learned much. They don't just travel randomly. The beast's sensory organs scan the reflected light it perceives, looking for the elements it needs. And it doesn't just travel within a system. They travel between stars. When they can't find sustenance in a system, they ride the solar winds to the next best suitable one. They go into some kind of hibernation for the journey. Who knows how many of these creatures are sleeping in the void? What would happen if one of these got into an inhabited system? We've had cause to ask ourselves that. E.g., advance the holographic display. Amanoth, a dying star of middling size, too large to become a white dwarf, too small to become a supernova. Just a mess of expelled material, and a valuable resource system for us. We couldn't ship our droid-operated mining stations here fast enough. This is the worst dinner I've ever had. Why are you showing me this? We never considered how appetizing the system must look to the Exegorths, too. Well, see for yourself. We've arrived, e.g., hologram off, set dome to transparent. The creatures directed themselves here years ago, and they gorged on the heavy elements Amanoth was shedding, and anything else in their path. The droid stations were wiped out in a matter of days. Nothing we could do stopped them.
There must be dozens of them. Are they alive?
There are more. Many more, all very much alive. With Amanoth's strength failing, they could not leave for their next destination, so they devoured all there was and went inert. And they have slumbered for decades, their existence known only to Adascorp, a company whose brightest mind long ago discovered how to contact the Exegorth's minds and to control them, to speed their reproduction, to make them grow beyond all previous limits, and to propel them, with the help of our hyperdrive engine implants, to destinations of our choosing, to feed again.
They're a plague.
Just so. And now, thanks to Gorman Vandrick, the man you call Camper, this plague works for me.